Hey y'all, Taylor by Debbie here. This week I'm going to show you how you can take these baby shower shoes. They're baby shower favors that you can get at the Dollar Tree. They come in either blue or pink, and they come in packs of 6. So let's go ahead and open this pack. We're going to need 2 of the shoes to make a pair. All right, and then you're going to need a package of self-adhesive felt, and this I bought at Hobby Lobby. It comes with several different colors like black and gray and this brown and tan, and you're going to need to cut. I like to use 2 different colors, one color for the bottom of the shoe and then another color for the top of the shoe. So for the bottom of the shoe, you're going to need 2 pieces that are 1.5 inches by about 2.5 inches. And then for the upper part of the shoe, you're going to need 5.5 inches by about 2 inches, okay? The wood dowel we're going to use, this is what we use to attach the legs of our gnome to the shoe, so I'll kind of show you how I do that. I do use a ruler to measure my felt. We've already measured and cut it. We're going to have just a small pair of tweezers, pair of scissors, and I also use these, what are called nylon lock nuts. They are made of metal. They come 100 to a pack. I use the 1/4 inch in a size 20 here. Okay, so we're going to get 4 of those out. All right, I'll show you. And we're going to use a hot glue. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is cut our 2 bottom pieces. Then we're going to turn it over. And we're going to peel off the self-adhesive backing off of one of these. Okay, then I just lay it down on the table. And then you want to try to line your shoe up in the middle and just kind of press it down. We're going to do the same thing with our other one. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to make sure you have some that you can kind of tack down up onto the shoe on each side. So we're just going to press those down. Then all you do, we can take it now, take your scissors and just kind of round out your corners, because you're not going to need the corners. Just kind of round it out, just leaving enough so you can kind of, fold it up on the edges. Okay, so we're going to do that. Whoa. The shoe went rogue. Let's go ahead and pull that piece off of there. And then round out our corners on this one. Just kind of go around and cut those pointy corners off. Not hard to do, y'all. Okay. Just like so. All right, you can, if you'd like, at this point, pull this back up. And I like to take one of these, I'll actually just squirt some glue down on the front of the shoe. And then you can use the pliers and just kind of place one of these in there like so. And then fold that back down before we actually put the edges of this up. So I just kind of fold that back. Squirt some hot glue down on the front of the shoe. And then if any of that drips out, it'll be underneath the felt. Okay, stick that up in there. Kind of press it down into the hot glue, then fold that back over. Now all you're going to do is take this felt and just fold it up like so all the way around the shoe. Just like that. And the bottom of our shoe is done. Okay, we'll do the same thing on this one. Just take it, take your fingers and just kind of fold it down all the way around your shoe. Isn't that cool? The nut inside of there will weigh down the front of the shoe so your gnome will stand up better, okay? Next, we're going to take one of these. We're going to turn these upside down. And I'm going to squirt. Actually, what I like to do is take these little pliers and kind of hold it like this. I like to have the rounded edge up inside the shoe. So I'm going to put the flat bottom of this nut up like this, put some glue on it, and then I'm going to hold the pliers shut, then kind of release it and push the nut down inside the shoe. And I like to put it in the middle, y'all. That one didn't land in the middle, so let's move it over. Just kind of in the middle, in the center there, in the bottom of the shoe. And that's what we'll use when we're attaching the legs of our gnome. We'll take one of these wood dowels and stick it in there, and we'll glue it in there with some hot glue, and that will hold the legs of your gnome in the shoe. Simple, simple little trick. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on this one. I want the rounded part, and you can tell that this part of the nut is kind of rounded, so I want to put that upside down and just hold your pliers together, put some glue on it on the flat bottom part of these nuts. Okay, then we're going to turn it up and kind of position it sort of in the center of the shoe, just like so. Okay, so that part's done now. So we can throw this trash away. Then we're going to put the backs or the tops. Actually, we'll put the top part of the shoe on. And again, just make sure you have this adhesive pressed down really well all the way around your shoe before we move on to this next step. Okay. And we're going to take this piece, and we have the factory edge that's nice and straight, and that's what we'll use around the bottom of our shoe. We're just going to peel off the backing. Okay, and this is the bottom. So I like to turn that over, the nice straight edge, and I like to start at the back of the shoe in the center on the back, and you want to line it up so that this part of the shoe, the felt that you're putting on, comes all the way to the edge of the bottom of the shoe. Okay, and you're just going to go around your shoe with this, pressing down along the bottom edge of the bottom of the shoe, just like so. And it may overlap just a little bit. I cut them a little bit longer than what I need, and if you're stretching it as you pull it, you know, it could be stretching the felt a little bit as well. So just make sure all this is pressed down. Bring that edge over. I'm just going to let it overlap, y'all. I'm just going to let it overlap. And you want to attach it all the way down that part. So now you've got the bottom part of your gnome shoe completely done. And I just take and make sure I have it pressed on there really well. Okay. And then just leave it like this. We'll move on to the next one. Okay. Go ahead and pull. Find where your factory or straightest edge is. And I'm thinking this one down here at the bottom looks very straight. Okay. Then I'll turn it this way. This is the straightest part. I like to turn the shoe like this and start in the center on the back. And then just go around the bottom of your shoe, lining it up, pressing it to the shoe, just like so. Okay, and it may overlap again like we said. And this time there's more of an overlap, so I'm going to cut some of that off. You do want to make sure you don't cut it too short. It's better to have a little overhang than have it too short. Okay, then we'll just press this down, stand your shoe up. And now we're moving on to the very last step, y'all. We're going to take and push this front part. See where the front part of the shoe is? You're going to take your finger and press the front part of that shoe down right there on both of these shoes. Go ahead and just press with your finger. Okay, just press it down. Then take your finger and push the front part of the adhesive felt on the front part of the shoe all the way down into the shoe. Okay, and just let this part on each side kind of overlap and gather the way it's doing. Just on each side, just press that down in the front. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take and put a little bit of glue where this adhesive part is meeting where it's folded over and this is not sticky, where it meets this part that is sticky, you're going to put a line of glue right there, just on that little part. And then we can press that on down over on this side. And be careful because it's very hot. So just push it on down in there. Making sure you get this part just as snug as you can get it by pushing it on in there. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to put a line of glue over here. If you put it too close to the edge, it's going to seep out right here and it's going to look all messy and gloppy. So that's why I put the glue way over here. Okay, so if any of it runs out, it's going to be in the bottom of the shoe. So go ahead and push that down. And then you can take and go ahead, push this up, pull that tight, and go ahead and push that down into the shoe as well. Okay, just take this wood dowel, push it down in there, and y'all, that shoe is done. Look how stinking adorable these little shoes are, and it's so easy to do. So easy. Then you'd put this in there and you can embellish this little shoe. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue right here in the center. I'll show you one easy way I like to embellish these, and don't put much. Then take a little button and just stick it in the center. And isn't that cute, y'all? Isn't that cute? This would make an adorable shoe for a Valentine gnome. So let's do this one. Okay, we've pressed that down. We've squeezed this adhesive on the sides, and we're going to put a bead of glue starting right here up to the edge. And then we're going to take it, press it down. You want to pull this tight when you're doing it. Press it down, and there again, it's going to be hot. So take that wood dowel and kind of press it in there like that. Look how neat that comes out, y'all. Just kind of press it in there and hold it till it dries. Okay, then we want to kind of bring this part back up. And then we're going to put some glue over on the other side and do the same thing. Okay, again, kind of push this tight. And then push that on down into the shoe. And then we can take this and fold it on over as well. Okay, take your wood dowel, press it in there. Just make sure all that adhesive is good and tight. And there you go. Then we can put a button on this one to embellish it. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue in kind of in that middle of that front area on the shoe. And then we're going to take our button and put it right there on the front. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you will give this a try. And if you do, share a picture to tailoredbydebbie@gmail.com. Send me a picture. I'd love to see your creations and what you come up with. Then you're just going to make your gnome however you normally do. And you can use these with some hot glue sticking down. Put hot glue on the wood dowel or squirt a little bit in the bolt in the shoe, the little nut, in the shoe right there. And then push that down in there. Wait till it's good and dry. And then stick your gnome body over and build your gnome like you would. And these are a great substitute if you're not able to find the little shoe ornaments like you can get at Hobby Lobby. Y'all have a blessed day. Drop a comment down below and tell me what you think about this craft. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.